You know the MJ comparisons have ramped up after the series. How close is LeBron now to catching Jordan?
Same place he was last week. Last year, last month, last year, a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I mean, I don't get, look. I need to be careful. I'm sorry I had to be a bad guy. I hope the children ain't watching and all of this other stuff. I just got to be honest with you. I don't give a damn.
Stevie A loved the kids.
I know that Stevie A love the kids. He sure does. He sure does.
Have your
but let me be very clear.
If you need it, Stephen A. Don't worry.
You know, that's right. We can put up the graphic. You know what? You're right, Molly. Can we put up my graphic, please? Because we want to make sure, Max. We want to make sure. I got to be careful, Max. I got to be careful because I'm getting ready to sound a little bit critical of King James. So we really need to be careful. I don't see my graphic, y'all. About the great father, that's right. We got the great father, the great husband, the generous philanthropist, the LeBron James Family Foundation, the Our Promise Initiative. I mean, the businessman, the actor. The whole bit. Did I cover everything? Max, interrupt me for a second here, Max. Please, I'm inviting you to. Did I miss anything? Because I'm getting ready to say something critical about LeBron James. Did I miss anything at all?
Did I mention his acting career? Did you mention his acting career? I mentioned his acting career. Did I bring up the director? Did I bring up the great commercials? Even that Sprite commercial where he's just smiling into the camera and drinking some. Did I bring that up? Have I mentioned everything? Social activism?
I just want to make sure. Social act. Actually, how dare I miss that? I apologize, Max Kellerman. I just slapped myself, Max. My bad. I missed that one, Max. How dare me miss that one about LeBron James? So, okay, now we're covered. Here's the deal. When I sit up there and I tell you that LeBron does not compare to MJ, it's not about MJ. Even though he averaged over 30, 12 times out of his 13 times in the playoffs. Even though he once averaged 43 for a season. Even though he averaged over 30 in a season about 5 or 6 times, actually over 35. Forget all of that. Here's the deal. It's not about them. It's about errors. And that's why I'm calling everybody out. If I hear another veteran, I'm talking about a Hall of Famer. I'm talking about those old school cats. If I hear if I hear one of those guys say another word about comparisons from LeBron to MJ, I'm going to call them out on national television, and I damn all. I'll take on all of them. And here is why. The game was so different. It was so rough. The path to prosperity was so deep, was so big time. For them to ignore that and to act like today's game is the same is flat out blasphemous. I can't take that. That's my issue. It's not about Jordan in terms of his abilities. Yes, being an all-defensive player of the year, being a guy, that led the league in steals and all of this other stuff. I get all of that. What I'm saying is that's just looking at the numbers. How about the competition? Anybody could be the biggest man on campus in a small man contest. Okay? We understand it's about competition. It's about who you're actually going up against, Max. And for people to ignore that, to ignore the bad boy Pistons, to ignore the Boston Celtics, to ignore the Portland Trailblazers, to ignore the Phoenix Suns, to ignore the Seattle Supersonics with Kemp before he became Clump, and the glove Gary Payton, to ignore Karl Malone and Stockton and all of those boys had. I just got a problem with guys that negate those errors looking at today's game. Look, today's game matters, man, because it doesn't compare in terms of toughness to the previous era.